Hey guys, Vern. So I'm here at the new Airbnb and I wanted to go over today how I got stuck in Gjirokaster. Let's check it out.
Hey, Vern.
Hey guys, I want to start out and just thank those that have subscribed and that are continuing to support the channel. Without you, I wouldn't push to make this a possibility. And to those that haven't subscribed, please, if you would, that would really make my day, and it helps me to grow and to give more content to other people, knowing that I have a bigger subscribership base. It just helps things move right along. So with that being said, today's video is about my trip over to Gjirokaster, getting stuck and trying to have planned not to get stuck in the process, but it happened. And the second part, I'm gonna take you on this amazing voyage from the minibus from Saranda into the heart of Albania, heading east into the natural mountainous area, which is incredible. And then we're going to go to the top of Gjirokaster Castle, experience the inside of the castle, visit 3 museums in the castle, and then maybe do a little drone footage outside so you can see how spectacular the mountains are around Gjirokaster. It's just incredible. All right, so that's what today's video is, and there may be 1 or 2 parts to it, okay? Let's check it out. So some of you may remember that I was here in Saranda about a week previous, and I was staying at an Airbnb in Vlora. Now, what I decided was to come down here and then vlog some areas that were just outside the city to make it more convenient, and I didn't want to get stuck in a town. So my goal was to come here to Saranda and go to towns like Gjirokaster, go there in the morning, vlog it, come back in the afternoon. And what I've discovered is other people had mentioned that they have gone to these towns and they just ran out of time. So I knew one day would not be enough. That's why I decided if I came down south, I could kind of leapfrog per day, do my videos, come back, edit, go back. But what I discovered is no matter how much preparation you put into it, there's no guarantee of anything working out smoothly. So what I had done in the morning, I went down to the bus terminal and I asked them, what time does the bus leave? First bus leaves 7, 8, 9 is what they had said. Okay, fine. How about bus coming back from Gjirokaster here? One person had said that there would be probably a 2 or 3 p.m. bus and also a 7 p.m. bus at the latest. I thought, great, that's perfect. I can leave in the morning, I can do my vlogging, and I can come back. And I'd probably come back on the second to the last bus just in case I miss it. Then I still have 1 more bus to come back to. So that was the plan. So I get on the early morning bus, I go to Gjirokaster, I walk around Gjirokaster. I just had enough time to do the castle and a couple things around the castle. And then I walk to the bus station probably 45 minutes early. I get to the bus station, I'm looking for the bus, no bus. I'm like, what's up? So I go ask at the terminal where they were selling the tickets, and they're like, sorry, no bus till 7 a.m. I'm like, how can that be? How can these people not know the schedules? How can they not know the routes and the buses that are available if this is their industry and they're in this area? So imagine my surprise. I relocate all the way down here so this wouldn't happen, so I could avoid all these different hassles. And then they tell me, sorry. So now I'm walking back up to the castle to where the hostels were because I didn't want to pay a $50 taxi ride to come back home when it cost me only $3 to take the bus from Saranda to Gjirokaster. It was a matter of principle. I'm like, I'm not paying it. So I stayed at the hostel for $10 a night. But the problem is then you have to go the first bus out in the morning because there's only 1 bus leaving, and that's at 7 a.m. I was told. So I go there. I'm standing outside at like 6:15, wanting to not miss this bus. And it's cold. It's snow on the mountains, probably 36, 39 degrees out. It's very cold. And I'm just in my thin jacket, my hoodie, because I had no other clothes. I couldn't be prepared for this. So I'm standing outside. No 7 a.m. bus. Nothing. So I ask other people, I asked the police officer, and he told me that there was a 7 a.m. bus. No 7 a.m. bus. No 8 a.m. bus. The only bus that showed up was at 9 a.m. So I stood out there for all that time, with the exception of sitting in a coffee shop for maybe 30 minutes. So I guess the moral of this story is, if you go to these places, plan to get stuck. Plan on there only being one bus. Find out where the hostels are. Know where you can stay cheaply. So if I had known that, I would have brought some extra clothing and I would have stayed another night, so I wouldn't have to waste the money traveling back and forth. And then I would just have to have stayed at a hostel for 2 nights, and that would have been fine. I would have been able to cover most of the things that I wanted to see. So you're really at a disadvantage with this COVID season, with the traveling, and you're at a disadvantage asking even the drivers if these buses are going to show up. They're going to show up if they think that there's enough people. If there's not enough people to make that trip worthwhile, they just won't show up. Nobody will know, and you'll be standing out there looking for this bus. Now, the other thing that I noticed, when I was riding the bus back, people sometimes will stand along the route waiting for the bus. Now, my bus driver had about 7 deliveries to deliver, and he blew past everybody that was standing on that road because he felt pressure to get those deliveries to these people. So, you know, if you think you're going to be waiting for the bus to come by and he's going to guarantee stop for you, no. Good luck. So, it's a little sketchy. That is my best advice. Plan for the worst case scenario. Always try to get to the first bus if you plan to head back that day. And maybe the seats are limited, so get there early. Now, one of the other really crazy parts about catching this bus back is nobody really knew good enough English to tell me exactly for certain where to catch the minibus back to Saranda. And so when you've taken enough buses, you'll understand that if you're not at the spot when some of these buses go by, they'll pull up and then go right away. Sometimes they'll stop and wait if they're early, but there's no guarantee. And if you're not at the right spot and there's only one bus a day, you're screwed. Bye, no bus. Pay a taxi. Pay for a taxi, $50. You know, so even though I could have taken a taxi, I wanted to know exactly where to be so I could give you guys that information, and so also I could know how to navigate back to this area because I want to spend some more time back here. All right, so it costs something to learn these tips, tricks, and I hope that it helps you to understand some of these things. All right.
So we're on a little bus here, and I walked into the city center, but I would recommend getting the bus over here on this corner, and I'll show you where. It's 30 left to go to the castle. So he does a loop right here. Which is kind of unusual. Oh, and then he goes back up. Alright, so wherever he stops is where you can get the bus. I'm imagining there's a stop right up here somewhere. Alright, looks like right here is the stop, just right up from Castrati. Cool. See the little bus insignia on there? The blue sign? There's your bus stop. Nice. This is the bus. I'll show you the bus here real quick. You see the sign? This is the bus that'll take you to the castle.
Hey, hey, hey,